All right, raise your manners, guys, because here we are in game number 3. It's the best of 5 finals, and again, I need to remind everybody there's €100 on the line, winner take all. But more importantly than that, it guarantees you a slot into the monthly finals. Now, Diestar, all right, let's be honest, guys. If you're a Terran player in the audience, you have felt every feeling surging through Diestar's body right now. And while BM can sometimes be frowned upon, it's not exactly like the end of the world because he's venting a little frustration. All right, so I don't need anyone over-analyzing this. Just pretend it didn't happen and let's continue with the series. Because for now, in the top right corner of the map, he's red, he's Protoss, and he's leading 2-0, 1 win away from victory. Can he lock it down? It is Arthur.
And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Angry, the Furious, Diestar.
Blitz, what the fuck, man? I just finished saying, like, let's leave that behind us so we can go into the game.
I just wanted to do it. But, I mean, it happens to a lot of players. I'm one of the players who's also, like, a horrible loser. Like, if I start losing games, I feel like it's
We've all
not
been there.
within my control. I just freaking hate it. I rage so hard, and that's why I create barcodes on ladders so I can rage and no one knows who I am.
Okay, so if we're gonna real talk for a second, guys, 2 big things to consider for this game. 1, Arthur's obviously seen that Blink works.
Yep.
Does he go for it? You know, what's the old saying? If it's not broken, don't fix it. Or does he assume that Diestar knows that he's gonna go for Blink and decides to actually change it up and do like DTs or an Oracle or something absolutely absurd?
I would lean towards favoring Blink once again, and I think Diestar might just try to blind counter it this time. But, like, I don't even know how good his defense will be even if he tries to blind counter it. I think the most perfect defense we've ever seen was actually from the GSL. That guy actually got so much minerals.
Proxy Stargate.
I forgot. Oh, it is?
I don't know. What's the probe doing here? Like, but there's no pylon start. Actually, I take that back. Because the pylon would have had to have
I think
started.
it's just there to proxy a pylon. Like on Frost, he hit it pretty well.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. Continue.
Yeah, like there was this one Terran, I really forgot who his name was. I think it was Bravo or BB Young from CJ. Most likely Bravo. Like, he got so much minerals and delayed his factory, got enough marauders, 2 bunkers at the bottom of the ramp, and then 2 bunkers at each side of the cliffs in his main, and then his sensor tower. Like,
the sensor tower was
First blood.
that was a point of contention for a while. On Reddit.
But it helped him know exactly from which angle the Protoss was gonna engage through, and
Honestly,
whether they're actually trying to sneak up and stuff like that. But it does cost quite a bit of minerals.
The
And
most
look at
effective,
Diestar.
the single-handedly
Yeah.
most effective Blink defense I've ever seen is whenever players get a quick siege tank out. Sometimes 2. I mean, like, you just stick that on your command center because you know that's where the target's gonna be. Oh
He
my
uses
god!
Time warp. Holy crap!
He
See,
almost
now
got the
this is the kind
stalker.
of- yeah, this is the kind of thing actually you can't do anymore after the patch, if the patch does go in motion, because
Yes,
if
thank
you-
God.
Yeah, if you cast a time warp now, you don't have enough energy for a follow-up photon overcharge if the Terran does decide to go for a counterattack with Marines or such.
If
So, yeah.
Diestar had gotten that first stalker too, like this poke even wouldn't even be a threat. But 2
Very
stalkers sadly is.
And look, Diestar's actually going for Widow Mine straight away. And going for Widow Mines basically forces a robo. If not basically the blink, he has to do really good blink micro, or his probe line is gonna get wrecked. Either one.
Well, I'm not at all
even both.
surprised to see Arthur going for that Twilight Council.
Yeah.
You know, the Widow Mine too, like, I think as nice as it is, like, it'll one-shot a stalker, it's almost more important that it hits the mothership core though. Reaper doesn't quite get surrounded this time.
And Arthur did spot the Widow Mine, so immediately drops down a robo behind it. And oh, Reaper gets trapped. That's the kind of thing I don't get. You have delay. How do you trap a Reaper?
I know, yeah, Arthur played from Korea to Europe, guys, just for the context there, but natural base is up and running.
Reapers even without delay, but yeah. Natural base up and running for both players, in fact. and the
This
medevac
aggressive
does
poke.
get loaded up.
So this is kind of scary. Like what? Like if Diestar had never scouted with that Reaper, if he was playing in the dark, he would never be moving out like this because there's always the threat, the danger of an Oracle coming. But because he confirmed that that wasn't going to be the case, it allows him to move forward like this. Now Arthur, he only needs to force out one overcharge in this scenario because you know normally
the mothership core has 100 energy now. If it
Yeah.
was post patch, it would have 75 energy.
well not only that, but he wasted that time warp earlier too, right? So he's
Yeah,
not going to have
that's
that
true.
defensive capabilities. But the observer's already out. Diestar's fully aware of this. So he's going to pick up and evacuate.
Yeah, just loses 3 Marines, I think.
So here's the follow-up to this, right? Like, just because you go for Blink, it doesn't mean you have to do an all-in, and it's not one base, it's 2. So you could actually go for, like, a Colossus after this, in my opinion, and probably be a little bit better off for it, because you're going to have the Stalkers to actually guard for it.
Doesn't actually look like he's gonna go for it. He adds on one more gateway, so that adds up to 4. And right now he's bringing the Blink Stalkers across the map, and this time he doesn't even need a mothership core. He has his observer as the high ground vision, and this is all possible because Diestar delayed his own units and his own stim due to going for that Widow Mine
Ooh, that's a good point.
build order. And
Medevacs
that's
are
why,
cool. Ooh.
yeah, all he has is Medevacs now, and Medevacs compared to stim, I think stim is slightly more effective.
It is, and you can focus down Medevacs so easily with Stalkers, too.
But the thing is, with the high Marine count, as long as the Stalkers are
Oh, this is not looking good.
Marines, that would be good for Diestar, but he's not. He cleans up the Marauders immediately.
SCVs are pulled.
All his CVs.
Can't blame him, though. He doesn't have the army count. He can't afford to lose another Marauder.
I can even go into the natural right now. Just send in one Stalker, bait out the Widowmine shot, and dodge it with the blink. Much like Dota or anything like that. It's actually possible. It's StarCraft
Disjointing, I think, is the phrase.
Blink micro. Killing off so many SCVs now, but he's still trailing in SCVs. And it looks like Diestar is actually slowly holding this off, but he really needs to buy time for...
He's getting a couple
for
kills
Stim.
himself across the map. Keep in mind, he's up to 10 worker kills. With these... well, actually, hang on. Natural is trying to be broken once again. Widowmine's already been used up, and the SCVs have been pulled. Again, Stim's not quite done. And he almost got the Mothership Core. He forced out another overcharge, it's worth noting.
It looks like...
Oh,
Diestar
nice pylon snipe.
This one off. Yeah, there's one more pylon at the back though, but so many Marauders and 2 Medevacs seem to be doing the job here. That's the thing, if you have...
Oh, he's
your
pull. Is he just gonna go full offensive? Does he still think there's more Stalkers behind this? Okay.
Yeah.
Pulls the SCVs
Like,
back to the mineral line.
Yeah, the thing is, if you have your Stalkers attacking the Marines live so long through the Stalker volleys, because every volley, then it gets healed up. So it's really hard to kill Marines, but Marauders, you have to basically target fire units under Medevacs, or target fire the Medevacs basically, or else you're not gonna break it.
With Stim completing, an SCV pull across the map wouldn't be too bad in this scenario. You don't have any air effect to deal with it. And the overcharge is already gone. Like, he's not going to have another one for the next fight. So Mothership Core being slowly brought across the map.
One Widowmine wasted though, and he has to be careful of the sentries right now. I think he has to move down the ram and stim towards it. Oh my god. He needs to be careful of the sentries. Doesn't...
He loses 3 Marines. That's okay. It's the Marauders that are important. It's not the Marines or whatever.
There's such a big count of Stalkers here. Poos the SCVs. That's a good call right there. And will he have enough?
Traps some SCVs with that force field. He could try and save it with one of the empty medevacs, but of course, a little bit stressed with what he can do. Marauder's still trying to hold the line here. There's so many Stalkers, though. He can just walk away from the force fields now, blinking up on the high ground. Arthur is getting ahead in units. Diestar's running out. He's mostly got medics or medevacs, but not a lot to heal with them.
Oh, and he holds. And he holds.
Oh my god, he's still in this game, and he's still got a healthy worker count to boot, combined with mules. And that sensor tower, guys, it's a bit of a joke sometimes, but in this instance, it's going to be fantastic. Medevac's are actually kind of dry now, though, which is a little bit scary to consider. So Stimmy's not going to be nearly as easy to do.
He's doing this perfectly. He's actually held it off really, really well.
Yeah.
Pulling SCVs exactly when he has to. Burrowing the Widow Mines, using the Widow Mines very well, and having one medevac harass the mineral line of Arthur while all this defense is going on. And look,
Yeah.
he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 medevacs, along with stim bio against only stalkers with
Diestar's
blink.
got to go though. Like, here we go. He's moving
Yeah.
on the map. Like, the longer he waits, the better it's going to be for Arthur to defend with. Down to 33 army supply. I mean, no photon overcharge available. The Mothership Core died in that engagement. He doesn't even have energy for force fields, really. I mean, this attack from Diestar could actually end the game, guys.
And he does have enough sentries to force field off that ramp there. It only takes 2 force fields to force field off that ramp. But once Diestar does move through, an Immortal out. The Immortal is actually going to do really well versus this. Yeah.
It's 1 though. Like, if it was 2, it'd be really scary.
Fire still.
Yeah.
And he's going to chrono out a second Immortal, and I actually think he needs to lift up into the main here.
Oh, Doom drop to the main.
He'll have to do with those sentries. Oh, but slowly but surely he's losing his timing here, and I feel really bad for Diestar. If he's gonna miss this timing, he's defended so well.
This goes from Arthur having no photon overcharge and half the army supply to Diestar to now matching the army supply of Diestar. He's got a photon overcharge. He'll have +1 armor finished up in a second's time. I mean, Diestar's kind of lost his window here. He can try and harass, and he needs to harass. That's how Terran plays. You have to get drops off. But this isn't like the I can go in and win the game move anymore.
Yeah, the thing is though,
2 Immortals.
Arthur's getting a lot of Immortals and no charge, so Diestar's gonna, even if he waits, it looks like Arthur wants to go for a 2-base push. It doesn't look like he wants to go to 3-base at all.
No,
and
definitely
against this
not.
army with really good kiting and staying out of the
Diestar
range
needs to
of
get out of
force
here.
field,
This is a terrible fight to take, even on top of a ramp like this.
Yeah.
The Immortals
As long
are just
as-
wrecking the Marauders. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's not a good fight at all. Diestar knows he can't pick up and leave either because he's got the Stalkers that'll just blink after him. Sentry's being focused down, though. Do take out a lot from this fight. A couple of Mana Mules going to come down.
He's not going to win this fight.
I don't know. If he gets out with the Medivacs, maybe he's got enough to recover through
it's
reinforcements.
It's 4 Marauders still.
Two Marauders. These Stalkers are so low, but not dead.
Those preemptive mules. I think he's hoping he didn't drop this now. Look at his minerals, though. It's
I don't think he cares. Like, let's be honest.
But
the Hellbats
just 2-base against 2-base, and he has 3. Oh, he has 3 bases.
Well, hang on.
So yeah,
the Hellbats work really nicely in this. Actually, there's no Zealots for them, but if there's one thing Immortals don't do a lot of damage against, it's Hellbats. Now Arthur's gonna lose this fight here. He's lost the Immortal. There's some Zealots on the front lines. Mana Muling once again.
Trust those mules, Trust another one.
They're clearly look. They're here to repair the Medivacs, okay? But the micro's so intense, he can't.
He's hating on.
GG. Diestar turns this around, guys. 2-1 now is the score, and we'll see what game number 4 ends up being.
As much as I wanted the series to end, that hold by Diestar was really well done.
Oh, Diestar, fantastic holds. I mean,
yeah.
BM and whatever aside, I mean, that looked really clutch for a long time, but he still held it together strong in the end. Looks like Heavy Rain will be the next map, guys.
Yeah. Also, like, the fact that it's really hard to maintain composure in a game having so much emotion going through you.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I know that for a fact. You can see players like Hero, like, they get really thrown off by emotion if they lose a game and they feel like, I played so bad in that game. They just lose so easily in the next series. And even though Diestar was, you can see his fury and his rage through game 1 and 2, maintained that composure in game 3 and managed to hold, and he might even take back this game. And now we're going to Heavy Rain, guys, so
See you in a sec.
thanks for tuning in.